Hello, everybody. My name is Stuart Jones. I work for Acoma Behavioral Health Services. I am the Addiction Supervisor, and I'm here to do another video with you all. And this video, the topic is recovery strategies. And I want to share an insight by giving you examples of my own personal experience along with these 6 strategies that I'm going to talk about. Foremost, I just want you to all understand that those that are contemplating about wanting to change their lives, that our door is always open to assist you in looking at really evaluating the whole direction that you want to obtain to make this change in life. Again, it revolves around everything that you've been or have experienced environmentally. We have to look at those contents as well, because a lot of times maybe that's what we do need to make a change in order to succeed. And it revolves around people, places, things, as well as our thought content. And those things we always have to evaluate on a daily basis. The experience that we continue to develop and understand how those experiences really reflect upon us on a daily basis. Because again, the underlying issues is knowing and acknowledging the emotional content of, feeling angry, anxiety, depression, stress, frustration. A lot of those things is what is underneath when it comes to the reasons why we drink or use drugs. So we have to look at those things. And a lot of times some of us try to do it our own way. We may stop for a while, but eventually something triggers us to go right back. And this is the reason why I'm talking about these strategies. So when we talk about a quick fix, another example, let's get rich quick, is, this is where we tend to fall a lot. We want things to be easy. We want things to happen quickly. We feel like we deserve it. And again, if you think about it, is this out of disparity? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. Like I said, the get rich quick process is, I tried it before. Why? Because I was so in debt. And, I'm going to be honest with you all, during my time of addiction, I tried to become a dealer myself. It didn't work. I just dug a deeper hole. I faced more consequences. I served a lot of time legally. So, again, those things is what we really have to consider when it comes to the thought process. And what does it take in order for us to be successful when it comes to that? Because all those things that I just said, we need to focus on change. So, again, there's no fast and easy, surefire plan to succeed in a recovery. There are no shortcuts or schemes. However, what does exist are proven and effective solutions that have been researched, tested, tried, and true. Solutions that have given many people a sense of fulfillment and direction, inspiration, purpose, and most importantly, hope. And that's what us as clinicians focus on. So it is important to understand that I can't force you, the judge can't force you, your parents can't force you, your uncles can't force you. What we need to reflect on is our experiences. Some of us may have to take it longer than any situation that during our lifetime that we ever had before. And what I mean by that is that some of us had to learn the hard way. Some of us don't have to learn the hard way. And that, again, is my job, as well as other clinicians at ABHS, to help you to understand that it can be done. You can change. I have a little over 18 years of recovery. And let me tell you, just from my own experience, that I continue to use the tools I accumulated for my own recovery, treatment. My strength is spirituality. And the way I connect is I love outdoors. I love being in nature. I never knew how to pray before. And it was very inspiring to acknowledge that. I love to sweat lodges. I love to smudge. And again, this is just me, my way of doing things. And I'm not enforcing this to anybody to practice the same way. Because when you do make a change in life and you focus on recovery, you're going to find your own way on how to be successful in your recovery. You're going to do a lot more things differently than I do. And again, the mindfulness, living in the here and now from day to day, living it one day at a time is very important. Because again, we set ourselves up for failure when it does come to planning something a week ahead and it doesn't work out. That can be a trigger, or identified as a trigger. Even the peer pressure of thinking about it, it can be a sense of failure. Again, we have to understand what is controllable and uncontrollable. So we have to use our tools daily. And stress management. How do we manage our stress? We may identify our breathing techniques as being helpful. Meditation, praying. The same thing with anger. Being connected in in the outdoors. Because believe me, I had an anger issue. And that was something I developed because I was around it all the time as a child. The next one is avoiding temptation. The same faces in the same places will get you into trouble. What does that mean? Maybe it's talking about the people we hang around with. We all know if we try recovery and we still hang around them, that is definitely peer pressure and a trigger. It's going to infringe upon our sobriety, our recovery. So again, we have to learn to build those boundaries that are going to keep us sober rather than setting ourselves up. And it could be so many other things. I'll give you examples of other triggers. Maybe it's the favorite band you used to listen to while you were sitting at the bar or at a concert. Or maybe it's the bar you used to hang out and you get asked to go, well, let's go play some pool. Those type of things. Those are triggers. Even I heard that there's people that are afraid to walk down the liquor aisle, even though the water may be down at the same aisle. They're afraid to go down that because it may trigger them. So again, those are the type of things that are good examples of what a person can experience when it comes to triggers. So in reverse of that, it's the best thing is to stick with close friends in recovery. Hang around people that you've met at the AA or the NA or the talking circle. That strengthens your ability to stick with your boundaries and your recovery. Speaking of that, sticking to the plan. And when you're ready, you can change it up. Again, we always create a treatment plan within when you do receive treatment there at ABHS, as well as most treatment programs. And it could be outpatient, intense outpatient, and residential treatment. They all create treatment plans, and these are all short-term plans at the beginning because you don't want to shoot for something that's going to be 10 years away from now, or maybe even 3 years away from now. What we want to experience is the positive outcomes of that. So setting up a treatment plan, like going to 12-step meetings, changing your daily schedule by exercising, sleeping right, eating right, going to church, taking care of yourself and setting up those doctor's appointments. Those are the type of things that we have to learn that are most important in becoming healthier again and maintaining the balance both mentally and physically. So practicing the same recovery activities day in and day out can be stabilizing, but after a while it can also make life a little too predictable. Don't wait to become bored. If you feel like your sober life has fallen into a rut, make it a point to participate in new recovery activities each day. And again, what is it we can change up? Maybe go out for hikes, drive up to the mountains, take a backpack with some food in it, some water. Enjoy the scenery, meditate, connect. Again, ground yourself. When I say ground yourself, I like to stop somewhere and take off my shoes and just feel the earth, feel our mother. Mother Earth is something to be grateful for because it provides a lot of resources for us. And, when we wake up in the morning, greet our Father, say that prayer, enjoy the warmth of the sun, embrace it, because again, it's rewarding to understand that we are living for this day. The next part is keeping busy. How do we stay occupied? Again, because you're not hanging out with the same old buddies again, we can experience boredom. Boredom is one of the biggest triggers that I hear from those that relapse, or what I like to say is substance misuse. So what we want to do is, when you're feeling like you want to drink out of boredom, restlessness, or loneliness, call your support group. Call your counselor. Call a peer support person. Call the preacher, the father. Call a spiritual leader. Call someone that you can really trust in your family. Because again, when you bottle up something, what happens to that pressure? It expands, it explodes. So we have to understand that by talking about it is a more effective way of dealing with the solution, the situation, and then finding a positive solution to that matter. And it's okay to talk to as many people as you want about it. Discuss the difficulties around that. Again, sharing all that information with the individuals I just shared with you. Because again, recovery programs are we programs. You don't just say stay sober by yourself. And again, it's important to acknowledge that, because again, we talk about self-help groups, AA, Variety Talking Circle, GA, NA. The people you meet in there share a lot of their personal experiences with you, so that they can, give you that same insight that they're not the only ones dealing with the issue as well, and it reflects on you. It helps you to understand that you're not the only one dealing with those type of things in life. And not only that, they give you positive insights on maybe how to find a solution to whatever it is to deal with. That's how support works. And it doesn't necessarily have to be from a self-help group. You know what? It can even be some of the people in the legal system, a police officer, a judge, a probation officer. What revolves around all of this is being honest with yourself and being able to trust. Because again, in order to strengthen our honesty, we have to learn how to trust again. And that is where we focus on when it comes to treatment. And the last part about it is giving back with a purpose. What do I mean by that? Helping out your community, volunteering at the food distribution. I know there's a lot of people that may say, well, I have to do a community service. It's okay. You're still volunteering. Why? Because you're following through with what you have to do. You're taking accountability and taking responsibility for those things to be completed. So that's a positive way of looking at taking care of your legal obligations. So sometimes we reflect on the way things are worded and the way things happen to us as negative, and there again, we worry about it, we're ashamed about it. The most important thing is acknowledging that we're getting through it. We're actually getting ourselves up to do it. And it feels good when you accomplish those things. Those can also reflect on those short-term goals. And when I said changing it up, later on, maybe you want to go on to school. And that's where I, as a counselor, can help you. I love career development. That's a specialty of mine, that I like to help people to understand that the skills and the abilities that they have to succeed can be implemented towards success when it comes to career development. So a lot of these things are awesome to really work through, and those are some of the strategies that I'm sharing with you as of this day. And if you ever have any questions about this after seeing this video, feel free to call me. My work cell phone is 505-554-4883, and hopefully things start to open up. And like I said, I have hope for this new year of 2021, and I pray that everybody continues to stay safe and continue to strengthen your awareness and the ability to succeed in life. Again, take care. Thank you very much. Bye.